We're honored to be joined by Sakina Pitts, principal of the Newark School of Fashion and Design. Ms. Pitts, great to have you with us.
Good morning, Steve. Glad to be here.
Hold on one second. First, I need a description of the school and what's up with the Parsons logo I see behind you.
Yeah, so we are one of the newest high schools to the fleet of Newark public high schools here in this great city. We are Newark School of Fashion and Design, powered by Parsons School of Design. And so that is the logo and branding that you see in the background. And it means so much. The superintendent had a vision to extend CTE, education for students. And so along with data science, information technology, Newark School of Fashion and Design was birthed last year. It feels really good that Parsons locked arms with us, based on a vision and a mission. This mission of a collaborative effort between K-12 education and higher ed. And so when we talk about being powered by Parsons, they support us with writing the fashion curriculum. They support us with vetting our fashion teachers, summer intensive programming, bringing industry experts into the space for our students. We're looking for dual enrollment next year, creating a pipeline into Parsons, when our students graduate. So it's been an amazing journey thus far.
Sakina, I'm curious about this. We've had so many, again, as a Newark native, we were talking before we got on the air, you're from the south side of the city. I'm from the northern part of the city. Your school is based in my old neighborhood in the North Ward of Newark. And for those of us who are connected to Brick City, to Newark, our reputation precedes us, not always in a good way. To what degree is the work at the school, the Newark School of Fashion Design, beyond the curriculum, beyond the students, beyond creating a pipeline into the fashion industry, which is so difficult to access, how much of the mission is, stated or unstated, predicated on changing the perception of the Newark public schools, and more importantly, the young men and women in those schools?
Yeah. So that's why I'm glad that, I have the opportunity to speak here today as a Newark student, born and bred, reared by this great city. I love any chance that I get to demystify, that perception. And it's all about, always writing the narrative, changing the narrative. I mean, this is Black History Month, right? And so how fitting that, we're talking about this and closing equity gaps for Black and brown students. And so, all of my students are either African-American or Hispanic. And so that is always the mission. There is so much greatness happening here in the city. And so anytime we get to shine a light, we look forward to doing so, Steve.
I'm curious about this. The students that you attract, I don't want to say who are they, because I'm sure there's a whole range of students, but do they have a strong interest in fashion? Or are they searching? Because you'd have to have a reason to want to go to a school of fashion design. And I'm curious about that.
Yeah, so absolutely. We have a criteria. You can go on our website and see it. There's an admissions process. And so what happens is students across the city have an opportunity where enrollment fairs are happening, similar to colleges and universities, where juniors and seniors in high school are looking at which colleges and universities they're interested in. The same process happens here in Newark. So every eighth grader across the city is learning about every high school, the opportunities, what they offer, the programs, and it's very competitive. And so for Newark School of Fashion and Design, there's a criteria. They submit a portfolio inclusive of 5 works of art. We're looking at attendance. We're looking at their artwork. You don't have to know how to sew to come. We're a high school, so we will teach you that, right? But we do want to ensure that there is a vested interest of every student who is joining us. And so we're looking forward to filling 125 seats for the upcoming freshman year.
Ms. Pitts, take this on. I'm looking at the last week. We're taping in February, so when Sakina Pitts talks about Black History Month, we happen to be taping on Valentine's Day. One of us is doing the right thing wearing red, the other one's not. So that being said, so there's an article in the New York Times, I believe in the arts section and fashion. Literally, the headline is, "Thin is in again." Please talk to us.
So again, demystifying, right? So the motto here at Newark School of Fashion and Design is Newark School of Fashion and Design, where artivists create fashion with a purpose. We are constantly teaching and modeling for our students that, we do not body shame. We are advocates for every body type, all walks of life. And so I don't know about that. We're at a age where we are breaking into the fashion industry. Look at uh, entertainers like a Lizzo, who wore avant-garde to the Grammys, where she won. Artist of the year, right? And so thin is not in. All body types are in. How about that? And so again, demystifying these misnomers. It's already hard in the fashion industry for, for different populations of people. And so here at Newark School of Fashion and Design, it is embedded into our curriculum and how we teach students that, we love all body types. And so, we want to support that in the world.
Fashion has always been connected, fashion design always connected to culture. More so, it seems like ever before. Is that just an old guy trying to interpret the situation incorrectly? It just seems that you cannot separate fashion culture, fashion design, and culture.
Yeah. It's everywhere, and it's inspired by definitely, right? And so cultural relevance matters, right? It matters in each student feeling valued in the space, right? And that we put educators in front of them who look like them, but that they also learn fashion history. So our freshman students learn fashion history. How is fashion influenced by hip hop, where you might see a Misa Hilton, and shout out to the Misa Hilton Fashion Academy. That's one of our partners. But you might see a Misa Hilton capsule collection now at the museum at FIT, right? And how hip hop culture, has inspired her, throughout the years. A Dapper Dan, right? So again, cultural relevance definitely matters. Hispanic Heritage Month here at Newark School of Fashion and Design is a big thing. Black History Month here at Newark School of Fashion and Design is a big thing, right? And so, these are very important aspects, and you hit the nail on the head when you talk about, fashion and how culture, influences fashion.
Before I let you go, your passion for fashion started when? Got a minute left.
Yeah, so I attended Science High School with Chief Nazario. He's the chief of staff now of Newark Board of Education. I remember us not together, but traveling into the East Village. Definitely my mom having me in Bamberger's basement downtown Newark. Yeah, taking me back.
Hold on, I was the 27 bus down to Bamberger's. What bus were you?
Yes, exactly, right. So I was the number 13. The 13
The 13 went this way, the 27 went that way, yes, and it all wound up on Broad Street at BAM's.
Yes, exactly.
We didn't go at the same time, but go ahead.
Yeah, so from young, my mom, dressed me in bucks, two-tone bucks, and from Buster Brown's on Halsey Street and Rothschild coats. And so it just kind of came from there. Definitely once I got to high school and traveling into the East Village and listening to an advocate fan of hip hop, right? So Grand Poobah, Jabot's Hanging Baggy, Tommy Hilfiger Top, yeah, right? So just definitely, hip hop influences, and then just learning about top designer luxury houses, and just really understanding and loving fashion history, going to the city to watch documentaries on Andre Leon Talley or Iris Apfel or Alexander McQueen. So I really have a passion for fashion history.
Sakina Pitts, by the way, I got the reference to Halsey Street behind Broad Street where all the shoe stores were.
Yes.
Leave that alone. Sakina Pitts is the principal of Newark School of Fashion Design. I cannot thank you enough for joining us. Well done. Best to you and all your colleagues.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you for having me.
You make Brick City proud. See you next time, folks. I'm Steve Adubato. That's Sakina Pitts.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare. NJM Insurance Group, PNC, Grow Up Great, PSEG Foundation, PSE&G, New Jersey Sharing Network, the Northward Center, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, and by Community Food Bank of New Jersey. Promotional support provided by NJ Biz and by New Jersey Globe.
How do you create change? By cultivating hope. And we see that every day. In the eyes of our preschoolers, in the souls of the seniors in our Adult Day program, in the minds of the students at Robert Treat Academy, a national Blue Ribbon School of Excellence, in the passion of children in our Youth Leadership Development Program, in our commitment to connections at the Center for Autism, and in the heart of our community, the Northward Center, creating opportunities for equity, education, and growth.